Kristen from the Tulsa Regional STEM Alliance. Today we're going to do an activity that I call Program My Robotic Friend. This is adapted from an activity originally created by Thinkersmith from their unit Traveling Circuits, which can be found online. Today we're going to create an algorithm or a list of steps to finish a task to instruct a robot, such as a teacher, a friend, or a family member, to stack cups in different patterns. This activity teaches the connection between symbols and actions, and you'll use symbols to write the algorithms. And it also teaches the valuable skill of debugging. Debugging is simply finding and fixing issues in code. You'll probably find many bugs as you write your algorithms today, and that's okay, because professional computer scientists find and debug code all the time. For this activity, you'll need some cups like this. You'll need a symbol key, and you can print this off from Thinkersmith, or you can create your own. You'll need some cup stack configurations like this. And again, you can print these cards off, or you can create your own. And you'll need some pencil and paper. To start, I want you to think about robots that you see in your everyday life or that you've seen in movies and on TV. Sometimes it seems like robots are acting like humans and thinking like humans. But it's important to remember that robots can only do what somebody has programmed them to do. They're simply following their code. We don't tell robots what to do in words. I mean, maybe sometimes when you're telling Alexa or Siri to do something. But for these robots, we're going to program using symbols in an algorithm. So a robot needs a list of steps that it can read, or an algorithm. And remember, an algorithm is sometimes called a program. To start this activity, you're going to look at the symbol key and make sure that everybody on your team is on the same page and understands what the symbols mean. So for this activity, the up arrow means pick up cup, and the down arrow means put cup down. We won't worry about how high up or how far down the cup needs to go. For this activity, we'll just assume that the robot knows how high it needs to go. So if I'm stacking higher and higher stacks, I don't have to tell it to go up 3. The robot will automatically know to go as high as it needs to go or how far down it is to the table. The right arrow and the left arrow mean to move a step forward or a step backward. And it's important to define how big a step is. In this instance, a step is half the width of a cup. So if I want to move the cup from the stack to the table, I'm actually going to have to tell it to pick cup up and move forward. If I try to put it down now, will that work? No, because remember, a forward step is just half a cup width. So if I want it to go all the way over and clear the cup stack, I will need to tell it to move forward 2 spaces. So pick cup up, move forward, and then I could put the cup down. And these rounded arrows mean to turn a cup left or right 90 degrees. So if I need to turn them like this, I can use that symbol. If using angles is too advanced, you can also just tell it to turn the cup right side up or upside down, and that's fine too. All right, once everyone understands the symbols, now it's time to separate the programmers from the robots. You don't want the people who are going to be robots to see which cup stack pattern that you're creating. Okay, so then once everybody's separated, you're going to choose a cup stack card. And I recommend that you start with a pattern that doesn't have too many cups. It's not too complicated. Once you get the hang of it, you can do more complicated stacks. So we're going to create this 3-cup stack, and we'll do it just talking through it, do it with words first. So I'm going to put that here. All right, as we're talking the code through, we want to remember that the robot only understands what the symbols mean. So you can't add any extra words and things like that because the robot doesn't understand. Okay, so to make this cup stack pattern, we're going to tell it to pick cup up, and we need to clear the cup stack. So pick cup up, move forward. Remember, that's just half a cup's width. Move forward, put cup down. And now we need another cup. So pick up cup, move forward, I need to keep going, move forward, put cup down. And finally, our last cup for the top part, pick cup up, move forward, put cup down. And now we have created the cup stack configuration seen on the card. Okay, so we've done it with words, but now we want to write it in an algorithm form. So we're not going to write using words, we're just going to write it using the symbols on our key. All right, and this is the time when it's kind of helpful if you have two people programming, because it's helpful if one person is talking and one person is writing, but I'll do the best that I can. Okay, so we're gonna write down the code while we stack the cups. So the first step is to pick cup up. So I'm gonna write an up arrow for pick cup up. So pick cup up, move forward, put cup down. Move forward, put cup down. Next, I'll need to pick cup up, move forward, put cup down. So pick cup up, move forward, put cup down. And then our last cup, pick cup up, move forward, put cup down. So pick cup up, move forward, put cup down. All right, we've created a simple algorithm or a simple program using just symbols to create this cup stack. After you've written out the algorithm, it's time to test it out with your robot. So bring the robot back to the group. Remember, you don't want them to have seen the cup stack configuration, because then they'll tend to just try to make what they know it's supposed to look like rather than following the code. And you're going to read each step out loud to the robot, or the robot can read it as you go and you can just point to the symbols and the robot can do it, whichever works for you. And remember, the robot can only do what it's told to do. So as you're running your program, if you run into a bug, the robot's going to have to stop until the computer programmers can go back and debug the code and fix it, and then you can test it again. So once you're finished with this cup stack configuration and you've been successful, then you can move on to more complicated cups. And you can add cups. Here's one that's got 4 cups in it. Here's another one that has 4 cups, but this one will require you to rotate the cup 90 degrees. And then you can even add more and more cups, making it more and more difficult. These are just suggestions. Feel free to come up with your own cup stack configurations. And once you've finished, make sure everybody has a turn to be a programmer and a robot. And then I want you to think about what was the most difficult part of coming up with the instructions? And did you encounter bugs in your program? And if so, what did you do to fix them? Did you have to talk it out with a partner? Did you test little sections of your code at a time to make sure it worked before moving on to the next part? What strategy did you use? If you'd like to do more activities like this, please visit us at tulsastem.org. And you can also learn more by checking out a book from the library. Here's a book about Grace Hopper. She's the queen of computer code. She worked as a computer scientist for the US Navy until she was 80 years old. And she and her team coined the phrase, a bug in a computer. So they were running their computer and it stopped working, and they were trying to figure out what is wrong with this machine. And as they examined the insides of the machine, they found an actual bug, which was a moth stuck in part of the relay. And once they removed it, the computer started working fine again. So they joked that this was the first time that an actual bug had been found in a computer. And the good scientists that they were, they put it in a notebook and preserved it for history. So this is a great book to check out and learn more about Grace Hopper. You also might be interested in this book. It's called Machines That Think. And this book explores machines from ancient history to today that can perform tasks from anything from simple, boring calculations to guiding spaceships to the moon. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have fun programming your robotic friend.